Good morning. Welcome to the NYNJPA weather forecast discussion for September 18th, 2012. Of course, it's a Tuesday, and it looks like we're going to be dealing with a very complicated and potentially dangerous severe weather outbreak for this afternoon. Let's break everything down. We have a lot to go through, so let's get to it. First of all, here are the surface observations as of 8 a.m. this morning. You can see a nice southeasterly wind is being established over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, ranging anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Pretty impressive winds already at the surface have been developing, and we can also see areas of moderate to heavy rain and a few scattered thunderstorms here and there in the northern mid-Atlantic as well. Notice our temperatures are rather mild, with temperatures ranging from the mid 60s over the northern interior to the lower 70s along the coast. Our dew points are already in the mid to upper 60s. Clearly, we are dealing with a far more tropical air mass, as a marine air mass, yet tropical air mass from the central Atlantic is being driven right into the New Jersey coast this morning. And that is going to be interesting observation and potential influence in our weather pattern. Let me show you why. First, we have the radar. Plenty of rainfall to the west of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. As you can see, heavy rain is dominating much of West Virginia, western and central Pennsylvania, up through western and central New York. We have showers and thunderstorms attempting to develop over much of central New Jersey, lifting to the northeast. So far, they have not reached severe levels, but they are producing very heavy downpours. Notice, though, we have a break around central New Jersey, southern New Jersey, southeastern Pennsylvania, down through Virginia. Why are we having this break? Well, I'm going to break down exactly what is happening here, and I think you'll see why there's potential for severe weather and why this could actually be a complete dud with just heavy rain. So first, we're going to start off with the precipitation, or the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. What this basically is a map of the precipitable water in the atmosphere, how much precipitation or how much water is in the atmosphere to reach heavy rainfall potential. As you can see, we're in the dark green here. Very humid, moist air masses in place, and it's being driven from the Gulf of Mexico up into the northern mid-Atlantic and eventually into New England. And we're seeing that moisture transport 850 millibars, very impressive moisture transport being driven from the southern mid-Atlantic into the northern mid-Atlantic. Now, these strong winds are very important, and I'm going to show you why right now. You see, these winds, now remember, the winds at the surface are from the southeast, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour with higher gusts. The winds at 850 millibars in the red are from the southwest, anywhere from 40 to 60 knots. And then winds at 500 millibars, which is in the blue, are from the west and the southwest, anywhere from 50 to 80 knots. Why is this important? Well, what we're seeing here is what's called a cyclonic veering of the winds from the surface to the upper levels. So if you get any thunderstorm that is able to reach severe levels, well, they're likely also going to be able to produce mesolows, and those mesolows can produce isolated tornadoes. So you see the potential here for a thunderstorm to become severe rapidly is very high, okay? The problem is, will we become unstable enough to support that severe weather? And that's why that dry slot from southeastern Pennsylvania and southern New Jersey down through Virginia is so important. You see, at the lower levels of the atmosphere, we're not very unstable at all. We have a temperature difference from the surface to 850 millibars around 5 degrees, which really isn't all that impressive. But it is the morning hours, so really you don't expect much of an instability factor this time of the day. What catches my attention is that the mid-levels is not very unstable at all until you get off into the Ohio River Valley. That tells me that we have a very warm air mass all the way up to 700 millibars. And that's key, because what that's basically telling me is that we have a very stable air mass from the surface up to the mid-levels. So you're going to need a lot of lifting and a significant change in the air mass to support severe weather. Plenty of potential for heavy rainfall. Rainfall amounts anywhere from 1 to 3 inches can be expected today. But will they become severe? Will the thunderstorms reach severe levels? And that is the question, and that's what we're going to have to nowcast through the day. Basically, if you start seeing a little bit of sun this afternoon over central and southern New Jersey, over southeastern Pennsylvania, even if you're in New York City, be ready for some severe thunderstorms because that means the atmosphere is destabilizing. So when we take a look at the water vapor satellite picture, you can see everything in play here. We have our warm front with our subtropical disturbance that is collapsing. This is going to phase into this strong disturbance with the polar jet stream. So all our cold air aloft is with this disturbance here. So what I'm expecting is that this cold front is going to charge to the east. This warm front is going to wash out. Everyone's in a warm, unstable air mass. If we start seeing breaks in the cloud cover here. If that happens, we have plenty of moisture in the atmosphere. Temperatures jump up into the mid to upper 70s. We have that cold air aloft moving in from the west. And that leads to thunderstorms, a line of thunderstorms developing later this afternoon into the evening, moving into an environment where there's strong shear, and that could lead to thunderstorms capable of producing large hail, heavy downpours, frequent lightning, wind gusts over 60 miles per hour and straight line downburst winds, and a potential for an isolated tornado or two because of the veering winds from the surface up to the upper levels. So a complicated weather pattern setting up here for this afternoon and evening that could easily produce just heavy rain if we stay cloudy all day, or it could produce a significant severe event for the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area for this afternoon and evening. As far as the forecast, well, here we are for this evening. And again, here's our cold front moving through this evening. The worst of the severe weather, I think, is going to be between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. That's when this cold front is going to be moving through, and that's when the instability from the surface up to the upper levels will be greatest, because that's when the cold air aloft will be moving through the region. So once that cold front moves through, well, we're pretty much safe. So for tomorrow morning, look for clearing skies. High pressure is going to take control. We're going to be much cooler with temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 60s over the interior and upper 60s to lower 70s over urban locations along the immediate coast. High pressure is going to remain in control for Thursday and Friday, producing tranquil weather conditions, temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Rather nice for this time of year. On Saturday evening into Sunday, a cold front will move through with a few scattered showers. Nowhere near the severe threat, though, I don't think, at this point, because our air mass is going to be a lot drier. Once that cold front moves through, on Sunday, look for temperatures to be struggling in the mid to upper 60s, possibly a few lower 70s in urban locations like Philadelphia. And Monday, high pressure will be in complete control, with temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 60s. A very cool September day will be in place for Monday. Well, that is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'll be covering and watching this severe threat through the day, and we'll update the latest at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. And of course, for premium members, I'll have live coverage with one-on-one analysis throughout the afternoon and evening hours. That is your forecast for today. Stay safe out there. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Be safe.